welcome to another Chelsea chat. This is the second time I've filmed this about yesterday's game at Everton. Last night I had a few vinos and I was on my vertigo medication, and I looked back this morning and I solved the Middle East problem. I gave my thoughts on the Conservative leadership debate. Keir Starmer's henchman wrestling a pub landlord in his own pub. And about the only thing I didn't speak about very much was Chelsea beating Everton on the first game of the season. So yesterday, it was Everton 0, Chelsea 1. It wasn't a great game. I've not been on social media. I'm sure there's loads of people getting stuck into Chelsea. I've seen on TalkSport on YouTube a guy phoning up lambasting Tuchel, saying we haven't played great football in the last 18 months. So here's what I think. Yesterday, two players, eventually three players, made their debut. Obviously, Koulibaly takes time to bed in because he got cramp and had to go off. It's a lot faster pace, but what he did do while he was on the pitch I thought was excellent. Kukaraka, is it? If I've said it wrong, apologies. I thought he looked really competent when he came on, and you know what? He was more direct, more offensive, and this is why I think Tuchel bought him and paid so much money for him. And when I look at Sterling as well, we are looking to play much more direct, I think. But Rome obviously wasn't built in a day, so we've got to cut them some slack. Got to let them train together. Got to let them get whoever else in that they're going to get in. And I think Chelsea will be playing a lot more direct. Tuchel is a defensive-minded coach. He was at PSG, but he also likes to play attacking football, particularly on the counter-attacks. So let's get straight into it. Yesterday's team was Mendy in goal, James right wing back, Chilwell left wing back, Aspie, Silva and Koulibaly in the middle, Jorginho and Kante in front of them, Mount and Sterling in front of them, and Havertz playing up front. Now overall in the game we had 63% possession. This is an away game at Everton. 15 shots on goal to their 8. We had 6 on target to their 4. Out of 15, back to the bad old days. And our passing was 86.6%. There's 74.1. I didn't understand this. Tackles, we're 50%. They're 68%. I don't understand that at all. I'm sure if one's 50, the other one's got to be 50. But it's Sky Sports, isn't it? What do I know? Sky Sports, who endorse taking the knee to Marxist organisations and employ Spit the Dog. So the fact that they can't do percentages, I would just walk off a duck's back. And it's just another issue of many. Aerial duels, we won 67%, they won 33%, which I'd expect if we won 67%. Back to decent percentages again. We looked in control of the game for large parts. It was interrupted by an 8-minute injury. Guy tackled, was it Gordon? He tackled Havertz, and basically his foot got caught behind him, pretty nasty. And we had an 8-minute delay for that, and indeed later on we had another delay because there was apparently a heart attack in the crowd. There's a lot of those happening lately, isn't it? It can't just be the excitement of watching Chelsea. Something's going on. A few breaks we didn't help, but we looked like a team playing their first game of the season with a couple of new players in the side. We looked as though there were players out there that weren't match fit. I think Chilwell looked way off match fit yesterday, and it's probably why we brought this new guy in. I know people have been moaning about paying 62 million, but at the end of the day, he had top stats for Brighton, and I know stats aren't everything, and I don't take everything I see from the point of view of stats, but he's a safe pair of hands, he's direct, probably hasn't got Chilwell's finishing skills, but defensively just as good, maybe even got the edge, and he's more versatile. He can play left centre back, and as we saw yesterday, that comes in handy if Koulibaly, 31, if he's struggling at any point or he gets injured, in he comes. So yeah, I wasn't too disappointed. It wasn't a great spectacle, I'm not going to stand here and say it was. It was a hard working team performance with a few performances that really disappointed me and a few that really excited me. So we'll go straight through, shall we? Mendy's going to get a 6.5. Flapped at one in the air that I thought he should have caught, even though when I looked back at it in slow motion, he does get fouled. But I think that sort of put him off. A couple of minutes later, he come and he punched when perhaps again he could have caught. But that aside, he made one really good save, reflex save, where he pushed it over, a header from I think it was Tarkowski, and one really good smothering save where it could easily have gone in. I'm trying to think who that was from, I can't remember now, but it was a damn good save. Could have been from the guy they've got up front, is it Anthony, who he's got the flock of seagulls haircut about 40 years too late. But he's a nuisance. He's fit, even though he couldn't hit a barn door. He's the ginger Werner. So yeah, Mendy gets a 6.5. James had an in and out day. He wasn't totally convincing. Some of his corners on that first post when Holgate come on, I think they've been practicing that in training. I think Holgate's been down at Cobham and James has been trying to hit him. So not his best game. Reece James gets a 6 from me yesterday because he's so much better than that. Chilwell gets a 5. I thought he was way off the pace. Admittedly, he did get the penalty. Beautiful ball from Koulibaly. Great bit of insight. And Mount took a man away, allowed Chilwell to run through, and it was a 100% penalty, which Jorginho put away without too much of a skip, I'm glad to say, put away nicely. Now Chilwell, he worked hard, but he was so far below his best. He gets a 5 from me yesterday. I could see why he was substituted. Aspie, couple of good blocks, got caught out a few times. I think some of the time when we made substitutions, we weren't really sure where we were meant to be. Certainly later on, when Loftus-Cheek replaced Chilwell, it looked like Loftus-Cheek started there, and then Cucurella he took over there, and then Reece James went across. I didn't know what was happening there, and I don't think they did. So that's something to work on for a start. Aspie gets a 5.5. Silva, my man of the match, and the man of the match according to the television stations. Silva gets a 8 from me. He was pretty good all round. Some great blocks. He was getting frustrated with the people around him, but that's because he wants perfection, and we're used to having perfection defensively, and when we've got that, then obviously you can win games 1-0. Koulibaly gets a 7.5. I thought that was an Koulibaly gets a 7.5. I thought that was an excellent debut. It just really showed how good he is, but we all knew that anyway, didn't we? He is an upgrade on Rudiger. Probably cost us a pretty penny, but yeah, he's an upgrade on Rudiger. Jorginho yesterday scored a good penalty. You know my thoughts on Jorginho. I think he slows us down too much. Sometimes he takes the sting out of games and we need that. But he infuriates me when there's a pass forward and he passes sideways. He tried a couple of forward passes that went straight to Pickford, and then that's it. He seems to want to play safe after that. Jorginho gets a 5.5. Kante, loads of effort, all over the show, gave the ball away a lot, won the ball a lot, and gave it away a lot. Not his best game in any way, shape or form, and he gets a 6 from me. Mount gets a 5. He was so far below his best, it was untrue. He was trying. I didn't think he liked being hooked, but I thought he should have been hooked because, to be honest, by his own standards, he was pretty awful. Sterling gets a 7.5 from me too. Exciting, direct, hard working, we knew what we was buying, and that's what we've got. Unlucky not to get a goal. He was offside, and probably with a little more thought. When someone's diving in front of you for a shot, I'd expect someone of Sterling's talent to go as if they're going to shoot and dummy and wait till the bloke's gone flying by him. It would have been an easy goal, but there you go. It's easy when I'm stood here in my kitchen and I'm not in front of goal, isn't it? Havertz yesterday, I thought, was shocking. He's got to sort himself out. He's got to bring more to the table than that, and he gets a 4.5 from me. I don't know. Yesterday, couple of nice touches. Apart from that, might as well not been on the pitch. In fact, I thought Brozier should have been on a lot earlier for Havertz. And when Brozier did come on, at least he held the ball up well and he run his socks off. I hope that lad gets a run in the side. I really, really do. I don't care what all these people say, oh, he might not be this, he might not be that. Do you know what? I hope he gets a run in the side because I think he's a proper talent, and I think he'll come back to haunt us if we let him go to Newcastle or wherever, like they're saying. Did I score him? Well, it's 4.5 anyway. Pulisic come on for Mount. As bad as Mount was, so was Pulisic. Tried a couple of direct runs, too lightweight, poor passing decisions. I don't know what's happened to Pulisic. I really, really don't. Loftus-Cheek come on for Chilwell. Looks as though he didn't know where he was meant to be playing. Did an okay job. Very direct, very strong. As we know from Loftus-Cheek, I'm not scoring the substitutes. Brozier came on for Havertz, and that was an upgrade. Cucurella came on for Koulibaly. Cucurella did everything nice and safe, apart from losing one ball. So it was a nice insight into why we've bought him. Gallagher come on for Jorginho after, I think it was 99 minutes. His body language says, what am I doing? It was only to waste time. And that's the annoying thing, the fact that we're having to waste time against someone like Everton, because I think they're going to struggle this year, and I think people like City and Liverpool are just going to blow them right out of the water. But once we can only get better, and once we've been playing together for a few weeks, I'm very, very hopeful. I'm certainly not one of these naysayers of doom that you get on the internet, where nothing pleases them. It was a good, hard-working 3 points. We hadn't won at Goodison for, was it 4 or 5 games? And it was nice just to get 3 points on the board, and the boys will get a lot of confidence from that. New signings look really good, and there were far more positives than negatives in my book, just in my humble opinion. So, a couple of people have asked me about Calum Hudson-Odoi asking to leave. In my opinion, so be it. Oh, he's got lots of potential. Yeah, he has. He has. He's had lots of potential for ages, and that's really, for my way of thinking, all he's produced. He's got great stats. He's another one. If you look at stats, you'd be thinking, oh, we'll buy him. If we sell him, we'll buy him back. I don't think he'll come back to haunt us because I don't think he's got the right attitude. That's what I think Calum Hudson-Odoi's problem is. I don't think it's skill. He's certainly got the potential. He's certainly got the ability, but there must be something he's lacking other than when he has had the chances, and he's had quite a few. He's more often flatter to deceive. He's more often not shown up. So always seems. I put everything down to the manager. Always seems to cut back. When you think of the great wingers, like Ryan Giggs, someone like that, or even our own Charlie Cook or Pat Nevin, they're direct. They'll take you on. He always seems to check back to me. I don't know why that is. But yeah, we're thinking of offloading him. Bought that young lad from Aston Villa, didn't we? I don't know what that's going to mean for Conor Gallagher. His body language, Conor Gallagher's, wasn't that great yesterday. I know being asked to come on for a minute is a bit of a sickener, but his body language to me didn't look great. And I think that's about it. All sorts of rumours. We're buying Jamie Vardy. We're buying, you name them, we're buying them. Fofana looks like a real target, and it could be that Calum Hudson-Odoi is used as a make weight for Fofana, and that would be another good young lad. It looks like we're building for the future as well as building for now. If you've bought Koulibaly and you're going to be playing Fofana in there. And the other thing I think we're doing, people are saying, oh, what have we bought Koulibaly for at 62 million? I think we're trying to do what City do and have two people for every position. Now, you've got to be a great man manager, and all players aren't going to like it. That's why Jesus and Sterling and Zinchenko have just left Manchester City, because really Pep says if you don't like it, you're at one of the greatest clubs in the world, fight for your place. If you don't like it, see ya. And I think Tuchel's probably going to have to do the same, and he's going to have to make some really hard decisions. And if some of them players yesterday don't pull their socks up, we'll have players able just to slip straight in and take their place. So I believe in Thomas, I believe in the project until the wheels come off and I'm shown to be wrong. And I've not been on social media yet. I'm sure there's loads of people moaning. But yeah, I think most supporters will be just glad that we've got 3 points on the board. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. That's why I do these. I forgot about Levi Colville going out to Brighton for a year. What are your thoughts on that? I think it's good for him, to be fair. I think it's a good bit of business by the club, just on loan. So we've not made the same mistake that we have with a lot of youngsters before. We can get them back if they're diamonds. Okay, that's me. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Apparently it helps me. And yeah, I'll speak to you after Tottenham, I think, next, is it? Tottenham or Leeds? I think it's Tottenham. Speak to you after the next game anyway. Up to Chelsea.